right, here's the top 5 welterweight contender, Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And I pause at calling him an overachiever, but there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily think that this man was going to vault into the top 5 and be the factor that he has become in one of the UFC's deepest divisions.
Well, when you're this committed, when you are so committed to your craft, and you have an iron will that you will be something special, you can accomplish anything. That's Belal Muhammad. When you talk to him, you get a sense that this guy believes that he's the best in the world. He doesn't believe it, though. He applies the work ethic to it to make himself and give himself a chance. It has allowed for him to be exactly where he is today.
And now he believes he might just be one win away from his first shot at the UFC title. We'll see how it goes for Muhammad tonight. Headshot, dead. Those are the only words that come to mind when Leon Edwards makes the walk. You can argue that his head kick knockout of Kamaru Usman at UFC 278 is the biggest singular win in UFC history, and now this man is the hunted remarkably at 170 pounds.
And J8, I asked you this question. It wasn't luck, because we've seen him do this before, right? We have seen him knock people out with this exact combination. This was something that he does. Leon Edwards is a master strategist. I've trained with him before. He works exceedingly hard. He does a great job of being very committed inside the gym, and he has just gotten better. It's been a long time since anyone's beaten Leon Edwards, and that's why he's a champion of the world.
And to be able to win a fight like that against that type of opposition when maybe you don't have your best stuff, scary to think about just how good Leon Edwards can be here tonight and moving forward. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Herb Dean, third man in the octagon tonight. All right, it is the UFC's unofficial home base, T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and 18,000 plus are expected on hand tonight for what should be an epic UFC live event.
It is going to be a phenomenal fight night in a fantastic arena. T-Mobile Arena, the home of the UFC.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And he will let his opponent stand up here. Man, how about the crisp boxing, the kickboxing of Leon Edwards here tonight? It's amazing how much he has improved since his UFC debut a few years ago, and really has established himself as one of the best welterweights in the world.
Big knee land.
Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing.
Ooh, what a punch. Good jab there by the champion. Oh, he hurt it bad with the jab.
Just out of range with the big right hand. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Oh, the kick landed.
Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked. throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Muhammad going for the takedown, nothing doing there. Oh, big front kick lands flush. Misses with the left hook. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Watching the swelling becoming a real factor right now. Did they inject something into his face, or is he just swollen from the strikes?
Swollen from the strikes, man. Guy taking a couple shots. You never know which one is going to start to make you get damaged. Something good landed, and now you see the swelling starting.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Edwards.
Big ground and pound. In the half guard.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Belal Muhammad. Seconds winding down in the opening round. 5 minutes in the books. What a round it was for him, DC, and of course the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish? You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight. Fighter lands a nasty kick.
This fight's gonna be over.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high to the front guard and going low.
Big left hand. Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish.
He rocked him. He hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. Could not shut the lights off. And now he's tasked with trying to find that shot again.
And now some separation. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
He's got that single collar tie. When you're in a clinch, you can pull down to the head and land these beautiful punches to the head. They're so evenly matched, and they're going tit for tat.
Well, the calf kick has effectively changed the game, and I'm not sure he wants to take too many more of those. Well,
you might consider switching stances or something to try to eliminate that attack from coming in his direction. Good job being a threat off your back and not allowing your opponent to get comfortable. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands, every punch lands. He is just outclassing this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
90 seconds and counting in round 2.
Big right hook there by the champ.
All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard. Great job landing from the top of the guard.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on the hip to try to move your opponent off of you and pull him down to close the space.
Round 3 next. All right, there's the horn, an appreciative crowd responding in kind. He rocked his opponent multiple times there in that round, looked very confident in doing so. They might even bring in the RP.
I mean, it was relaxation at its finest, just so relaxed, so comfortable in the fire, which then allowed him to land these big strikes that had his opponent buzzed on many, many occasions. But he cannot get desperate. Don't go crazy trying to finish the fight. Let it come to you.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight.
He does a great job of getting that leg kick to the target.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. And repeat, targeting that swelling, and you gotta think this is gonna start to affect his performance.
Yeah, it's at a point now, John, where he's gonna start to get desperate. He's gonna start to make some mistakes because this swelling is not just minor anymore. We're starting to get into the major territory.
Working in half guard here, making these shots count. All right, feet on the hips here. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Works.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3.
He's got to be careful here.
Edwards is back in full mount.
In the half guard.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Lands the ground and pound strike. Another ground and pound strike lands. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Well, you know he's comfortable fighting off his back. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up. Oh, he got to the spot.
Oh, big shots from the top. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Whoo!
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our fourth round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you got to change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Edwards gets up. He is back on the feet here. Oh, nice job landing that knee strike.
Now some separation from this clinch position.
Fighter lands a jab. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad. Man!
All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here? What?
I am on guillotine jump.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Muhammad.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Edwards is in half guard. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Under 2 minutes here to go, round 4.
Nice.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Belal Muhammad. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Excellent ground and pound here by Muhammad.
Beautiful ground strikes landed. Another strike gets through from the top position.
Muhammad's back in half guard, very comfortable here. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
20 minutes in the can, 5 to go.
Excellent. That was beautiful, man. He's hurt. You had him right there, man. You could have closed this off. You're going to be in this round.
All right, so that's the end of the round. A lot of highlights from which to choose, but his success in that round certainly rooted in his offensive takedown game.
And that's what he does, right? He's a grinder. He's the type of guy that wants to get a hold of you, drag you to the floor. It doesn't bother him that much if you get back to your feet. He just wants to continue to make you work the entire time because he understands this type of grind most guys can't keep up with.
Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Nice jab there by Muhammad. Good lead left. Well, he misses with the left punch there. Picture-perfect shot there, DC, and one more of those, he might be out.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing. That shot landed perfect. Oh, there we go. Nice shots landing from the top position. To mount.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in the fight. Oh, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
All right, very late in the fight now, DC. I know we don't have open scoring, but correct me if I'm wrong, he needs a submission or he's losing this fight.
He is not a big puncher, so he needs to get this.
And does not miss with the flying knee.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. We'll finish this fight.
Edwards is in half guard. Under a minute now to go in the fight. Relentless pressure from the top by Edwards. Final seconds of this fight. All right, side control now. All right, trying to pass here. All-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. Well, what a title fight it was. What a showcase it was for this division. But at the end of the day, the champion just did a little bit more, and you got to think he gets the nod, right?
I believe it was the championship experience that allowed him to push through in those spots that he needed to in order to keep his championship. I agree with you, J.A. I think he keeps his belt.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 49-46, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Leon Rocky Edwards.
All right, so congrats.